We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Are your hosts, Ben and TJ. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast. I'm Ben.
And I am also Ben.
He is also Ben.
It's with Ben and Ben today.
Ben and Ben. But no Scotty.
Scotty has a very adequate replacement.
Yes.
The John Cena. We're trying to figure out a name for him, so if any of you guys have a name.
If you have a creative name for Scotty's replacement,
send it to our Facebook or our Twitter. Don't bother writing it in the chat room. We ain't even reading that shit.
Yeah. It's a free-for-all in the chat room.
Scotty's usually the chat room monitor, but he's not there, so fucking have at it.
Yeah, we don't even give a shit what you say.
Be crazy.
Yeah.
Troll the fuck out of it. Just fucking demolish it. Don't let anyone have any sort of semblance of an intelligent conversation, because that would be the end of Western civilization, ladies and gentlemen.
That's one thing I've always admired about our viewing audience, is how eloquent they are.
Yes, deeply eloquent people. Grapes, 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 grapes. Why come there is jiggliness in her buttocks?
TJ likes bananas.
Banana.
Yeah, so you're ready to dive into it, into the madness?
Yes.
All right. So this is a news story about a school survey that was passed out to the parents of the school. And there was a question that was an optional question that have some people up in arms.
Oh, wow. I can't believe they put that on there.
How do you identify your sexual orientation? It's the 26th and final question on Beaverton's annual parent survey.
I'm not comfortable with those questions.
It shouldn't matter.
Shouldn't ask that question.
The options provided are heterosexual, gay or lesbian, bisexual, or questioning.
I think those are the
Why
only
does the
options.
school need to know?
It does not...
Yeah, none of your fucking business should be one of them.
I know, right? So what use is this information to the school in any way, shape, or form?
I think they try to plead their case about that later.
I'm interested to hear that.
Okay.
necessarily make sense as to what they would use the information for.
Kusha Janati filled out the survey but left that part blank. It explicitly says optional.
That's an optional question, so I think if you don't feel comfortable answering, then you don't answer. But I think it's healthy for the school district to ask the question so people feel free to have the conversation about the topic.
We took parent concerns to the district.
What would you say to the parents out there who say, whoa, this is way out of line?
This is an optional question. You know, this is an anonymous survey. We're not taking any information on individuals. What we're trying to get at is making sure that we create the most welcome and inclusive learning environment for our students and families.
So,
okay, well,
yeah, in the name of being inclusive to, you know, people who are minorities in society.
Right. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of get that to an extent, but, you know, like, you should just assume that there probably are going to be gay and lesbian and bisexual parents, you know, as part of the school, or at least as part of the, you know, the student body's upbringing, whatever. Like, you should just assume that, right? I mean...
Yeah, I would think so.
And I mean, the fact that this is optional and it's anonymous, I just still don't understand, why does the school need to know if you're questioning your sexuality as a parent?
You know, I've you know, filled out different job applications and taken different standardized tests, and there's always demographics related questions, but never sexual orientation.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a strange thing to ask, but I mean, I don't know.
This is the first year the question has been included in the annual survey. It's also the first year parents have been asked how they identify their gender.
It just helps us to understand what's the demographic mix in our schools.
You know what I bet happened? I bet that, like, this school probably had someone come to them and be like, you're fucking insensitive to the needs of this people and this people. So the school was like, shit, I guess we better be more sensitive to their needs. So they add, this is like their clumsy way of like trying to like, you know, take that step forward, I guess.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, it's a pretty like on the nose way of going about things, but I mean, I guess there's really no malicious intent there.
No,
so,
and it is optional.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I mean, I just wonder like what sort of future questions they'll be like. Have you ever been involved in a gangbang? Don't. It is optional.
Have you ever dressed like the opposite sex? You know.
Have you ever had a Jello wrestling match? And then there's yes, no, or maybe. I don't know what the ambiguity would be.
That's what God says to G-Man when he prays.
Yes, that's true. Well, naked Jello wrestling is the same as God. It's always a yes, no, or a maybe. And the people who are saying maybe really mean no.
Larger, bigger issues that needs to be dealt with when it comes to our school system. And I think this is not something that's, should be top priority at this point.
Well, no one said it was top priority.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of like...
They were not... Well, it obviously wasn't top priority because it was an optional question.
Yeah, like an optional question tacked on at the end. That doesn't really signify top priority. They don't need to be treated as like it's top priority. It's like, well, they're not. I mean, whatever. They're not.
What do you think, Cena?
My time is now.
No.
That's not useful information, John.
Yeah.
Like someone needs an attitude adjustment.
Oh, really?
Fucking thing sucks!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never back down from a fight.
He's like, I never back down from a fight.
He's tough. I'll give him that. You can't pin him. Well, you can pin him, but you only get a 2 count.
Next thing we're going to talk about is some manufactured outrage.
My favorite kind.
Yeah. This is, I guess, the daughter of Will Smith. She's 13, laying around with a friend of their family who doesn't have a shirt on, who's like 20-something.
Right.
And they think this is like...
sexual.
Yes.
Right, I gotcha.
So a picture of Will and Jada Smith's daughter on Instagram is whipping up trouble. Now the picture is trending today, and it shows 13-year-old Willow lying on a bed with a shirtless 20-year-old actor and family.
Isn't it just fucked up, like, in our day and age, when something is trending that becomes news? Like, they're like, what are we going to report on the news today? What's trending right now?
It's the job of the news to tell you about what everyone's already talking about.
Yeah.
Today in the news, everyone's talking about this, and you already know that because you're part of everyone. But now the news is going to stoop to the level of everyone else on social media and actually treat these events as though they have importance because we're desperate for viewership.
Friend,
and then the drunken peasants will make fun of you for it, but also secretly be doing the same thing ourselves.
We are doing the same thing. So
yes.
Yeah.
We're no better, but we don't claim to be.
No, we don't claim to be at all. Do not take us seriously.
We suck and are hypocrites.
Yes.
And
Anyway.
it ignited a huge firestorm.
It just breaks my heart that girls are being sexualized at an earlier and earlier age. They're being put into very suggestive outfits, displayed in very sexual ways, and that's what this is. I mean, you can't deny it's sexually suggestive.
This is clearly a close family.
How can you not deny that it's sexually suggestive?
Because there's no sex going on, and they're...
I know, but like she's saying, you can't deny that this is sexually suggestive.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, right? Yeah. I mean, it's not like his dick is out. It's not like she's even in a sexual pose with him. She's not even facing him. She's fully clothed.
Doesn't even look like they're... Are they even touching each other?
No, I mean, they're just on the same bed. I guess that's like, oh, he's on the same bed as her.
Yeah,
so
of course he can't control himself.
It must be sexual.
Yeah, of course, they can't lay on a bed together and take a picture and have it not be sexual at all.
No, she was blowing him like 2 seconds after that picture was taken.
Yeah.
Friend, and they are just hanging out. And
Right.
I kind of think that for everybody to get upset just because he's shirtless just puts a finger on why we're so kind of backwards in our view of sexuality. I mean, nothing really inappropriate is going on, Mike.
And mom, Jada Pinkett Smith, is coming out swinging, saying the picture is completely innocent, and that anybody who sees something sexual in it is acting like a covert pedophile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have like a newfound respect for her.
A covert pedophile.
It's not that I didn't respect her to begin with. I just didn't really have an opinion of her, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, mine was all bad because all I really remember from was the Matrix sequels, and they're terrible.
She was in Demon Knight, the Tales from the Crypt movie.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I kind of liked that movie, for its time, like a mid-'90s movie.
Yeah, like a mid-'90s intentionally bad horror movie.
Yeah, I like that campiness.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
Tales
cool.
from the Crypt had.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't even know if the younger...
That's the Tales from the Crypt theme song.
Yeah, I don't even know if
for those of you like, what the fuck is going on?
Tales from the Crypt was like a weird, fucked up Twilight Zone, more horror oriented.
Yeah.
For those of you who had never heard of it before. All right, so we'll move on to Jan Vones.
Sweet.
Talking about how he agrees with Republicans when it comes to prisons.
You could send 2 kids to Yale for the cost of sending 1 kid to jail. Let's talk prison policy. We got awful news about prisons. We also got some good news about prisons. Okay, here's the terrible news. As an American, we should all be ashamed of this. We lock up 25% of the world's prisoners in this country. We're only 5% of the population. I don't think we're that much more criminal than the rest of the world. I think there's something wrong with the system. It's growing too much, and it's giving us terrible outcomes in the community.
That's actually not even the most damning statistic you can pull up on the American prison system. I mean, the bigger one is just the fact that we are the number 1 country for putting people in prison.
Well, yeah, and then that coupled with the profit margins that they make from incarcerating people.
Yeah, and
that's
by the way, the private prison industry in this country is very involved in lobbying for certain things to stay illegal.
Like marijuana.
Yeah, and they're also lobbying to start... One of the things they were trying to do, I don't know if this is still part of their active agenda, but they were trying for the longest time to make it to where illegal immigrants not be deported back to Mexico, but instead go to American prisons so that, these companies could make more money off of incarcerating them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've known people that have worked as prison guards, and it's definitely a corporation.
That's the bad news. Here's the good news. You know who recognizes that? Want to do something about it?
To.
The Republicans. I hate to say this, but Rand Paul has been out there making this point and saying, as a libertarian, government shouldn't have this much power and shouldn't be abusing it. Red state governors like Rick Perry, who I don't agree with on anything.
Rick Perry wants to get rid of departments that he can't even remember the names to.
I'm gonna get rid of 3 departments.
Yeah. So. Nothing surprises me when he says something.
My favorite thing about Rick Perry was when he did the
prayer,
the big prayer where he went and he got a bunch of fucking Christians in an arena to pray for rain,
and it didn't rain.
It did not. Well, I mean, it did eventually, but it had nothing to do with their prayer.
He says, I don't want to keep raising taxes to keep building these prisons when they don't work. And now Newt Gingrich, my foe, my opponent on the show, is out there saying we got a big, unaccountable government bureaucracy called prisons we need to reform. So I'm in the bizarre situation of having to admit that the Republicans might actually leapfrog and become the smart on crime policy, while Democrats in places like California, where I live, are still stuck on stupid. I hate it, but it's the truth.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know that I share his optimism about the Republican agenda. I just think it's probably a campaign issue, and they don't really deliver on promises. Not that the Democrats do anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think anything's going to come of it, really. I could be wrong. I mean, Rand Paul does come from a strong libertarian background.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So, I mean, it makes sense that he would be putting that issue out there. Maybe they see this as a way to reform their image a little bit without compromising whatever they think their principles are.
Yeah, you'll see pro-immigration Republicans too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the party is necessarily moving in this direction, because I mean, I remember there was a scam that they run in some states where they build these prisons in like very Republican districts where the prisoners can be counted as part of the population, but of course they can't vote. So it actually gives those districts disproportional power because they have all these prisoners there, even though they're not even eligible voters. So it kind of gives a little bit of extra power to these Republican districts. I don't know if that scam is still going on or if they finally closed it, but they were doing that just like 10 or 15 years ago. So I don't know that their position has really genuinely reformed very much, but it doesn't really seem like... I mean, I would embrace any sort of change on this issue because it really is a pretty seriously damning indictment of our country when we're the land of the free.
Yeah.
You're the common America experience freedom.
Obviously.
With the highest prison population. What?
Obviously, that's a bumper sticker slogan by this point.
Right.
know?
I mean, it has absolutely no meaning, especially when you're incarcerating people at the rate we are. It's like, you can't claim to be the land of the free and put more people in jail than anyone else.
That's one point that you always made in a lot of your older videos. What you would talk about how people would always say that the troops are fighting for our freedom, but since the troops started fighting for our freedom, we got less and less freedoms as it progressed.
The troops are apparently not fighting hard enough, I guess. That's the problem. They need to fight more and harder. Usually, I mean, like, historically, our troops have not been fighting for our freedom. They've been fighting for other people's oppression.
That's a bumper sticker slogan.
That's what troops are for. I mean, it's to conquer other territories. You know, I mean, if our military is just for defense, then why is it the largest military in the world by several orders of fucking magnitude? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Large military, large prison system.
Yeah, I mean, but there's nothing to that police state thing, though. Don't worry about that. That's a myth.
Next story we have here is a story about how there's more atheists in the millennial generation than any other generation that's around now.
Okay.
We live in a time where more people are leaving organized religion than ever before in history.
Sporgan Murlock.
You're seeing more people who have been a part of it saying it's not a part of my life. It doesn't fit in with my belief system anymore. The system is corrupt, and especially young people. You know, the millennial audience, millennial age, 18 to 35-year-old kids are just like, this is so not for me.
I mean, if you leave here just feeling a little bit more whizzy about life and the amazing things that it has on offer, then that would be great.
But now
I think that was that atheist congregation.
The atheist congregation.
Yeah, have you ever heard of them before?
Yeah, I've heard of. There's a few of those.
Yeah, I remember seeing them on the
rattling
news.
around.
Yeah,
I don't see the point, but I mean, if other people like it, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's okay for like a sense of community, but the fact that it's set up like an actual church service, I think that's kind of strange.
Amazing movement of atheists and agnostics who have created their own churches where people can now go have an atheist day of celebration just without all of the God things in it, and that's amazing.
Are we ready to get mindful?
Sunday assembly, that's what they call it.
Did you say we're ready to get mindful?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock on.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome.
Church was created by two comedians out of the UK. So I was like, well, is the whole thing a joke? And originally it was. Like, the whole idea is they were just creating this. It was almost a lark until people from cities all around the world started calling up saying, well, I want one of those in my town.
It gets people together focused on something bigger than the individual.
I think it's defined as non-religion, but it's community.
We don't need God. We don't need religion. We just need to know that we are here for each other.
They're giving people an outlet. Who,
yeah. What you need is to calm down.
Right. Just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, what was with the outpouring of emotion there?
I don't get it.
I mean, maybe I'm just an insensitive fucking piece of shit. I guess I don't get it.
Yeah, maybe you are.
It's probably the case.
don't believe in God, that they can still come together and have a community of like-minded people who will help each other, will be there for each other, and I think that's fantastic.
I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to see that though, because you could kind of see someone just like her saying the opposite, like, I just need Jesus. So it's kind of cool to see her getting that emotional about just like her fellow man and like,
yeah,
you know, secularism and just living in the world as it actually is without any fucking fairy tale constraints. So I guess I can see why she'd be somewhat emotional, but I probably wouldn't get that emotional.
No, well, I wouldn't even be there. Honestly.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't either. But you know, I'm glad that it exists for the people who want it and need it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I totally support. You know, if it makes people feel better to be around other atheists, then that's definitely a good thing.
So I am going to take the show over for a minute, and maybe I'll just punch Cena some more. That'll waste time.
Oh my God, TJ.
I know. I'm sorry. It was all I could think to do.
All right. Yeah, so TJ sometimes when he's trying to fill time, I think he scrambles.
I do.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, fill time quick.
So, do you want to talk about it now?
What's up?
You know, the thing that we were talking about.
Where's my cigarette?
I don't know, man.
God damn you, Ben. Why do you do this to me?
I didn't do shit.
Fuck. All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So
set it up, Ben.
So I don't even remember his name. I always get confused when people have a bunch of numbers in their name. Like, it makes it hard for me to memorize their name because there's a bunch of random numbers in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy, some guy, whatever the numbers are, some guy
8 something.
Okay.
867 or 8 something or another.
Yeah, so apparently he hates you now.
Yes. He hates me now.
And
I didn't know who he was before, but now that he hates me, I know.
He actually debated Onision, if you can call it a debate. It was more like our debates against G-Man and all them.
I could see that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll play the video. He made this video, I think like 2 days ago or so, and it's entitled "Fuck the Amazing Atheist."
Fuck the
you,
Amazing
TJ.
Atheist.
Is it rude to eat pizza and make videos?
No.
Yeah, but that still doesn't stop the Amazing Atheist from being a fucking fat-ass jackass.
He already gets off to a strong start.
Just no warning. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna pizza, fuck you, man. Just jump right into it. Sucker punch. Sucker punch.
This is a very emotional.
Yeah, he has a very emotionally powerful intro.
It's 827. Okay.
Some people might be wondering why I'm randomly going after the Amazing Atheist, even though I'm subscribed to his channel and every now and then I like one of his videos. Well, guess what? After this video's done, I'm unsubscribing from this fat-ass prick's channel, and I'm not liking any more of his fucking videos because I'm getting sick and tired of his goddamn hypocrisy and fundamental non-understanding of how he does the same things that he bitches at other fucking people for doing. Let's get into this motherfucker, shall we? So recently, the Amazing Atheist posted a comment on my friend MDA's video about Smosh being a bunch of money-grubbing jackasses wanting $250,000 in donations for a game, as far as I can tell, has never fucking been made. His comment then went to detail how MBA is a leech for making videos only about popular YouTubers so he can leech off their popularity for his own personal gain. Well, if that was true...
So, what's basically going on here is what is it, MDA? Yeah, I don't know how that's the... Okay, Must Destroy All. That's the guy.
Must Destroy All.
His name is, the guy is I Must Destroy All. You guys might have seen him. He's like, he wears like a troll mask, but he says he's a demon, even though it looks like a troll mask. I don't know. So he fucking, and he never admits it's a mask. Like, even in private conversations, he's like, hey, dude, what's with the mask? He's like, there is no mask. This is my face. Like, okay, then. Anyway, so that guy made some videos about me back in the day, and I was browsing YouTube one day, or, yesterday, actually, and I saw one of his videos out of the corner of my eye. It was about Smosh, and it's like, oh, Smosh did this, and I click on it, I see it's like a year old, and I think to myself, just like, popped into my head, I bet you if I left a negative comment on this video, he would make a video response to it. And I just left the comment. I'm like, you have to fucking go after Smosh to leech off their traffic. And, so he actually did make the video, and I was pretty amused. I left a thing, like, nice to know I can make you, like, dance like a puppet whenever I want to. And I mean, like, looking back on it, maybe I was being kind of a dick, sure. But I mean, that's kind of my nature, so whatever, I'll own that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do that just, to kind of fucking, I'm amusing myself, really. And the video that the guy that I Must Destroy All made against me was not even like against me. He was just explaining why he disagreed with what I said, and it was actually pretty respectful and nice. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I didn't watch the whole thing, kind of just flipped through it, but it seemed like a pretty decent video. And so I thought that was the end of it, and I didn't even, and so then this guy, some guy, 827, makes this video about the comment where he is like pissed off on I Must Destroy All's behalf.
I've watched I Must Destroy All before and enjoyed his videos too.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. He's talented at what he does.
Yeah.
And this guy seems like he's pretty good as an on-camera personality. He has like good charisma and passion and shit. But I don't understand why the fact that I left a somewhat snarky comment on his friend's video that his friend wasn't even that butthurt about, especially when his friend's main thrust of his channel is like going after other people's channels and thriving off of drama in the first place. I don't understand why he's so pissed.
Yeah, and he's calling you a fat ass and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, just like right off the bat, not even like, hey, Amazing Atheist, what's up with this? This is kind of disrespectful. It's like, no, he's like, fuck the Amazing Atheist. He left this mildly snarky comment on this fucking video, so fuck him. Like, the level of anger just doesn't seem at all proportionate to what actually happened. So I was pretty amused by this. Yes, I mean, I was pretty amused by this video.
How the fucking shit is it any different than anything you made your fucking career on, jackass? You want to talk about leeching? Let's talk about leeching, TJ. What about leeching 20,000 some fucking dollars from your goddamn subscribers for your goddamn not productive website, which lived up to its fucking name? Not productive. It's a content aggregator site like that shitty break.com fucking website, okay?
I mean, we already went over this with Undertaker Freak. I don't remember exactly what episode of the Drunken Peasants it was in, but we literally went through point by point and talked about all of these arguments when they were brought up by Undertaker Freak. So, I mean, we don't really have the time. I don't really have the resources to refute them again, but for anyone who wants to go look at that video, it's out there. I'm sure someone in the chat remembers which video it's in, and they'll link to it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and you totally owned up to the website,
right,
not working out the way you had planned.
Right, and I explained why. I explained the companies we used. I explained the prices that we were paying for hosting, for web design, and all the companies and the independent designers that were used during that process. So I don't really see how that hasn't been all made transparent at this point. But I mean, I guess that maybe the information really hasn't propagated widely enough that he's already basically heard the refutations that I put forth.
Okay? It's nothing more than that. It is a fucking failure of everything you made it sound like it was going to be. A YouTube replacement. It has no fucking community on it.
I actually
just
specifically said that it wasn't going to be a YouTube replacement because that's what I was trying to do with free speech vids back in the day. And Not Productive really was the updated incarnation of free speech vids. But I realized after trying to do free speech vids that you can't really compete with YouTube. They're just too big and powerful.
Yeah, they're Google.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if they were Google at the time, but they still, they pretty much had the internet video game dominated. I wanted to be a competitor with that guy with the glasses. But actually, that guy with the glasses has suffered major traffic loss in recent months. That's why they've even had to come to YouTube as a platform with the League of Super Critics. So, I mean, I didn't expect the marketplace to undergo that sort of change. So after the website, basically wasn't ready after all the budget was spent, I decided we'll just put the website on hold and focus on building a YouTube channel. And you'll see that channel has had somewhat regular content. I've tried to get more people on there, but it's pretty hard to do when you're also running a large YouTube channel and the Drunken Peasants channel now, which is getting to be a pretty big channel in its own right. So yeah, I mean, it just is one of those things, like, it hasn't really panned out exactly how I wanted it to. But, I mean, I don't know what to say beyond that. It's not like I can just sit here and be like, I can't ultimately defend the end result, but I don't really think the result has ended. I mean, that's still a work in progress. And I mean, it still continues to get subscribers. It still continues to attract new interest. So, I mean, hopefully one day the vision will actually be achieved. But it's been a harder path than I could have imagined.
Yeah.
$1,000 in your fucking pocket, and you know goddamn well you didn't need 20,000 motherfucking dollars to make that motherfucking website. That shit is leeching. Somebody responds to a video, and they're somehow leeching all of a sudden. Could this possibly be related to the fact that you and Daniel, Mr. Repsion, butt fuck each other, and that might make a mutual disrespect for my buddy here? Because I goddamn remember the Archfiend.
What's he talking about, like, you butt fuck each other?
I think that he has this idea that Daniel and I are, like, extremely intimate friends when
you guys have never met in real life, right?
Yeah, we've never met in real life, and we only talk socially on very rare occasions. And, even then, pretty briefly. I mean, we're friendly acquaintances, and we both respect what we're doing with our channels. But I'm not some, like, close allegiance with Daniel. I mean, he's I guess I would consider him a friend, but I mean, we're not close. We're not even close enough as friends for him to make, like, the butt fucking hyperbole.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, they would say, like, me and you are fucking, like, yeah, you fucking butt fucking your buddy Ben, or vice versa, or whatever. But, not with Daniel. Or, I mean, like, with Galen even. Galen, Scotty. I mean, there's tons of people I have way more close association. Paul, for fuck's sake. I mean, I've done more shows with Paul. Mr. Repsion is kind of just like, whatever.
I'm pretty sure that a lot of the shit this guy's saying is just for shock value.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm kind of letting him get through his video and just defending myself, but I do have sort of a criticism that I'm going to make towards the end.
Okay.
About him.
Making a video about this. I goddamn remember myself making a video about this, so where the fuck was my response? Is this somehow not biased? Fuck you, you jackass. And speaking of leeching, what about all that bullshit Cody Weber did to you? Fucking you over and running off with your fucking money, and now I can't be friends with him anymore because he fucking took all the money I was supposed to be making for my book and fucking ran off with it. And your book sucks shit, by the way. After this video, I'm unsubscribing.
Cody never ran off with any money, so I don't know what that story is all about. Like, he does not even understand, like, the history of the events he's referencing, for one thing. I never said Cody ran off with any money. That never happened. I mean, there was some dispute over how Cody's property was going to be returned to him.
Yeah,
and that was an issue. But other than that, there was really no issues between the separation of Cody Weber and us. I mean, there wouldn't even have been an issue at all if Cody hadn't decided that we were taking too long trying to figure out how to get his stuff back to him and made some big public Tumblr post about it. But that's, I mean, distant. That's ancient fucking history. But Cody never fucked me out of any money, so I don't know what he's referencing there. So yeah, go ahead.
From your channel, and I'm not liking any more of your videos because I think I've just finally realized how much I actually hate you. Your videos are fucking irritating because now they have nothing to do with atheism. Every fucking now and then they do. Mostly it's just about how you dislike pop culture shit when the vast majority of people who watch your videos also dislike pop culture shit. It's fucking senseless. Why call your fucking self the amazing atheist? Call yourself the amazing pop culturist. Because guess what? It's all you fucking talk about. You had 6 videos in a row about how you hate fucking
Why
Justin
does he
Bieber.
call himself some guy when he's actually one specific guy? Doesn't make a lot of sense. No, but I mean, like, that's kind of silly. I mean, obviously, the channel was named several years ago. I mean, like, I've been on this channel for 8 years. I actually do a lot of videos about atheism. If you look on my channel, my atheist playlist is the largest playlist on there with nearly 100 videos.
Right, but also not only for the sake of your audience, but for your own sake, you decide not to talk about the same thing every fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, if I'll talk about religious topics if I think there's, an interesting point to be made, an interesting observation, but I'm not trying to artificially force my thoughts into that category, especially when I try to do a consistent show. I try to put up new content on YouTube persistently because I understand that's one of the things people appreciate is that I do create constant and persistent content. So, I mean, if all that content was about atheism, people would get bored. Not only that, not all of my audience are atheists. I mean, there's plenty of people that watch me that are Christians, that are Muslims, that are whatever else. So it's not like everyone wants to constantly hear about only that. I mean, my atheist videos are popular, but they're not even among my most popular videos. So, I mean, it's definitely something. But I mean, I've tried to stay true to that spirit. I mean, I definitely am cognizant of the fact that is in my name, and people expect it every now and then.
Well, it seems like he's making the argument that, like, well, you don't talk about atheism enough. You talk about pop culture shit. Which is stupid.
It's funny because, if you look on his channel, he talks about pop culture shit. He has a video about how he thinks the new Ninja Turtles movie is going to suck.
Well, also, you're not trying to change the world. You're an entertainer.
Right.
It's more about entertainment value.
Sure, and I mean, it's about putting out ideas, sure. But I mean, for the most part, it's about helping people pass 5 or 10 minutes of their time listening to what I've got to say and hopefully saying it in an entertaining way that provokes some sort of new thought, or maybe just gives them something to cheer for or against.
And I'm supposed to want to watch that? Why? Everybody hates Justin Bieber. He's a fucking stupid faggot from Canada. Fucking fuck him. And excuse me to the Canadians out there, but I'm a little pissed because you guys had to deposit that motherfucker in our country.
I think it's pretty funny that he's like, no one gives a fuck about your Justin Bieber opinions. Now let me tell you mine. Now I'm like, how can you criticize me for including that in my videos and saying that it's irrelevant and then go right into a tangent about it?
Yeah, I don't really get where he's coming from saying that, like, Canada deposited Justin Bieber. I'm pretty sure that famous people from Canada come here because there's more money to be made.
Right.
And, there's plenty of Canadian comedians and other types of actors and shit that come here. I don't really know what the fuck he's talking about here.
Well, Canada sent him down as like a virus to taint the United States.
Apparently.
He was created by a secret branch of the Canadian military to destabilize our nation by seducing all of our young girls into being lesbians by making them fall in love with a, androgynous man-boy-girl thing. Although, I guess he's looking more masculine these days.
It's funny, people in the chat room are saying, change your name to the Sober Peasants. We are not sober.
Dude, we're not even close to sober.
Yeah, not even.
If it seems like we're sober, it's because we're overcompensating, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, a little effort goes a long way.
Yeah.
It should be just legal to throw him into a fucking volcano. He's a disrespectful little cunt. Just like this motherfucker who has the balls to say, oh, well, you're just leeching views. Because, I don't like the fact that you're creeping up on 20,000 subscribers.
Bieber.
That intimidates me.
I know
even though I have, like,
you are, so am I.
Are you that bored with him that you just want to like sing over him at this point?
I will. I have a theory I want to share about him, but I'll let him get through his video. There's not much left.
300,000 something people who watch my videos, or more than that. You're creeping up on my territory. I'm sorry, but when big YouTubers do this kind of shit, and he is a big YouTuber, fucking God, if 400,000 some people watch your videos, then you are a pretty big name, aren't you? When they say this shit, it pisses me the fuck off, because at that point, you don't have the fucking right. Oh, they're leeching for views. How much fucking money, jackass, do you think people like us make off that? Fucking, does that ever equate to you? No, because you're a fucking retard. Anyway, fuck the amazing atheist. That comment is so shit-eating. It's so shitting. It's almost some shit-eating is something Repsion would fucking say. God damn. I can't even believe there was a time on this website where I had like a modicum of respect for you and actually thought that underneath all that fucking lard you had a bit of integrity. Eat shit.
Okay. I'll eat some shit later. Anyway, it's he get very passionate video from him over such, like, he's nearly crying literally over a comment that I made on his friend's video that was mildly snarky. It's like, does that really warrant that level of passion? Does that really warrant, like, your eyes welling up and just fucking can't stand it, fucking God, like your entire body animated with sheer emotional hatred?
It was borderline melodramatic, like the.
Well, apparently this guy has made a bunch of videos against Onision, which is, Onision is a piece of shit and probably deserves whatever. But I think that he's getting bored with Onision and he's trying to uncomfortably force me into being the new Onision in his life. Because even, like, in his next video, just because I left another snarky comment on that video that he just made, he can sit there and be like, you're a piece of shit, you fucking suck, you're a fucking asshole. I leave a snarky comment on his video, and all of his little his fans are like, you're such a dick, TJ. You're such an asshole.
He put out another video yesterday, too. It's like 11 minutes long.
And his other video, his 11-minute long video, which is a response to another little YouTube comment, once again, not even that offensive, just a mildly snarky comment. In his 11-minute response, he basically says, oh, he left a snarky comment. That's like something Onision would do. The amazing atheist is the next Onision. It's because he's trying to get that in his life. He's like, oh, I'm bored with the real Onision, so now I'm going to try to manufacture a new Onision out of the amazing atheist. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in being your fucking Onision, you little crybaby.
Yeah, TJ wouldn't even be Onision's Onision.
No. So I'm sure as fuck not going to be yours. So stop with the melodramatic, emotional fucking histrionics. It's unbecoming of anyone with a modicum of intelligence, which you obviously have. So just knock it off. Quit being a fucking baby. It's the internet. And, I Must Destroy All wasn't even butthurt about it. In fact, he's come to me privately and said that he doesn't know why you're acting like such a bitch. I mean, I'm just putting that out there for you. So calm your fucking tits, dude. Thanks.
All right. And, that's pretty much all we're going to say about that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck your mother in her fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. That cunt is a douchebag, and I fucking hate him. He gets on his dumb fuck show and talks shit like that all the time.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Ben, you have a lighter?
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. And then we'll be back with some more news stories. And then later on, we're also going to take some calls. So feel free to send in your questions.
Batman!
And like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be right back. Here
See y'all motherfuckers later.
what size gift will get me entry to her vagina.
Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fucking sucks!
Last night, I had sex. My sister, she is a prostitute. Sexy time.
You are a real man. High five.
Do you like a porno?
Hey, it's you. Let her go.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
All right, we are back.
Yo.
Yo.
We back.
We back.
It's a fact. Now react.
So
this is
yeah.
So I made a video recently called Up into Club, and it was basically a criticism of all this music you see in popular culture that rotates around going to the club. I mean, people used to go to the club to hear music. Now people listen to music to hear about the fucking club. And it's disgusting. And I decided that I'm not going to fucking stand for it anymore. And so I made a rant, and a lot of people agreed with me. A lot of people made some straw man arguments like, "Oh, well, you know, there's other types of music being made right now. You should just seek those out." It's like, yeah, I mean, I understand that. I understand that there's different subcultures with different, you know, musical approaches and philosophies that are out there making music today. Everyone fucking gets that. What I'm saying is that good music actually used to permeate popular culture sometimes. You know, there was the shallow, vapid trash, but then there was also the good shit that kind of redeemed it a little bit. And I don't really see too much redemptive in mainstream music. So anyway, this is a very belabored explanation of the clip I'm about to show you.
This is
I made the video
premiere,
and some fan made this using clips from the video, and this song actually summarizes my philosophy and how I view the world.
It's clips from the video where TJ's bitching about songs about being in the club made to the beat of songs that usually talk about being in the club.
Yes.
So here's the world premiere of Up Into Club by The Amazing Atheist.
It's and Sir James K on Tumblr. That's Kaye. Sorry.
All right, here we go.
Say damn, whip out my dick and say yes, ma'am. Step in the club, all the ladies say damn, whip out my dick and say yes, ma'am. Grass outside is growing, that shit might be mowing. Don't lean against the wall or you're gonna regret. Cause that shit just got painted and it might still be wet. Oh! What do you think, America? Good fucking song, right? We fucking stupid! We fucking stupid! We fucking stupid! We fucking stupid!
club. Beat you to death with a club. We went somewhere and danced around and got drunk. We fucking stupid. 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 Walked in the club, all the ladies say, damn, pull out my 9. Bam, bam, bam. I'm up in the club. Bam. Now you're down in the ground, bitch. But what if someone hears that song and then they actually do it? We fucking stupid. 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 Up in the club. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. Up in the club. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. Up in the club. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid. Up in the club.
Club.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah. We fucking stupid. 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 I like it. It's catchy.
Yeah.
That music and that song is exactly how I view the world.
Yeah, you were saying that earlier.
Yeah. Like that is my experience out in like everyday life. I just hear that song as I look at people. I just hear the "We fucking stupid. We fucking stupid." It's like, "Okay, thank you for letting me know with your every action and thought and deed."
You should like make a music video for that.
I'll ask permission.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
I'm actually going to do that.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next
something
video.
Sexy. Why Netflix is bigger than you think.
Yes.
Netflix is very insecure about its
Silicon
penis
Valley
size.
is eating Hollywood alive. It's going to eat Washington, D.C. alive. You got to pay more attention to what's happening on the West Coast.
I want to point out for anyone in our audience who might be uncomfortable right now, Van Jones is black. Just putting that out there so everyone understands what's going on right now. Okay, proceed with the clip.
They can tell because we play videos now. Remember, we used to just show pictures?
No, I mean, I know they could see him.
Oh.
But I mean, I just thought they might be looking at it like, what's going on right now? Is President Obama giving a speech? You know, I just want to make sure because, you know, they fucking stupid out there. Not all of them, but some of them. Trust me.
God, DJ.
They're really dumb. It's okay. The ones who are dumb think I'm talking about the other ones.
Disrupting DC.
Don't worry.
Politics.
It's a built-in fail-safe in their minds.
Netflix is disrupting Hollywood. Before, you put out one big movie, it's a big popcorn muncher for everybody, and you got to go to the movies to see it. No more. Now, you've got 1,000 options, you got 1,000 screens. Netflix can give you the...
He said popcorn muncher. That sounded kind of dirty.
I'm confused. When is he going to try to sell the grill?
A whole series all
When is that
once.
happening?
Everybody is looking at what they want to, when they want to see it, and that's what's going to be happening now in politics. You're going to go from having a broadcast politics, one message for everybody, to a micro-targeted, narrow-casting politics where what's on your screen, on your handheld device about candidate A is different than mine. It used to be all you had to understand was the Tea Party.
This fucking rant is so old.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, this is just... I've heard this same shit from like 1,000 people. Yes, the internet. Now that there's the internet, everything is more personalized, and now how is that going to affect politics? It means that ads are going to be much more well targeted. That's what's going to happen.
Before the last presidential election on YouTube, all I saw were Romney videos or ads over videos.
Well, you must have been considering voting for Romney.
Not at all.
You were fucking thinking about it, Ben.
No.
Maybe it's just because they knew you were white. Here's a white guy. Send him the Romney shit.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they would. Well, I don't know how they would know that. But okay.
They know everything. Haven't you listened to Alex Jones, dude?
Suicide pills.
Mass murder pills.
1776 will commence again.
And it's going to be awesome.
And the backroom deals, that kind of thing. Totally different game now. The people who are now knocking on doors, they know everything about you, your medical history and everything else, and what they're
See, they know everything about you.
Scripted in their head
He'll tell
by
you.
big data someplace else. This is a new world of politics. If you want to understand Washington, D.C., you've got to understand Silicon Valley.
So is it basically just like his job to explain the obvious to old people that are watching?
Yeah, well, he also argues with Newt Gingrich a lot, and S.E. Cupp.
Yeah, but like the fact that they even give those people a voice on like the channel as if what they're saying makes any fucking sense. Like they have Fox News, isn't that enough? Can't they just go there? But CNN has to be like, no, we're going to do this unbiased thing. Okay, if you're going to be unbiased, why don't you have the actual debates of the day instead of these fucking fake debates between these two fucking puppet parties? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
That'd be nice. But instead it's like, oh, well, this is balanced because we present both bullshit sides to you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, CNN. That's so nice of you to give me both varieties of shit. You see, Fox News, they only give you that conservative shit. MSNBC, they only give you that liberal shit, except for that Joe Scarborough shit, which no one even wants.
Yeah, him and Mika.
Yeah, but fucking CNN, they'll make sure you get fucking an equal whiff of both parts of bullshit. It's like, yeah. And watch them have these little fake arguments that don't even lead anywhere or do anything. You know, it's like every time anyone starts to make a halfway cogent point in any of these fucking political shows, they're immediately cut off. The subject is immediately changed. It's like this is supposed to reflect some sort of fucking great discourse on what's going on in the world. Bullshit. This is fucking garbage.
Yes.
Anyone who watches this must be a fucking mental invalid.
Yes. Oh, man. So here's something I found that was kind of interesting. Actually, no. I'm going to go on to this one. TJ doesn't like people taller than him, so I thought he'd like this story.
Fuck you.
El Hadji
He's garbage.
Fall is the tallest high school basketball player in the
Fuck
country.
you.
The first game I have played here, I couldn't play. It was way fast.
A
Taller
game he's
person.
built for. His high fives are low fives. His hands, nearly a foot long. Taco's wingspan, 8
His
feet.
name is Taco.
His shoes,
That's so crazy.
almost both of mine combined.
Woo!
Size 22, the same size as Shaquille O'Neal. And Taco is taller than
I love
anyone
the name
currently in the
Taco.
NBA, and he's still growing.
We went to a doctor just to check in, and he said...
When he dunks, he just has to do like a little skippy jump.
You see how it's spelled? Taco, Tacko.
Well,
Taco Fall.
El Hadji Taco Fall.
Yeah, what a great name.
I love the fact that he could go by El Hadji, but he's just like, fuck it, I'm Taco.
Yeah.
What
they
of
call
it,
him
bitch?
Taco.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If my middle name was Taco, I would be going by Taco.
He's 7.5 feet tall, and his name is Taco.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Kid's got it made.
I agree.
that I might add a couple more inches in a couple months.
In the classroom, no desk is big enough, but that doesn't hold him back.
First, I have a 4.0. I want to be a biochemist if basketball doesn't work out.
At Liberty Christian Prep, Taco isn't what you would call a uniform student, head and shoulders
Holy
above the rest.
shit. Honestly.
On the court, the sky's the limit. Off it,
Jesus.
his intentions are a slam dunk.
I just want to take care of my mom and my brother. I mean, have a stable environment. And basketball is a good way to do it.
Reporting from Tavares, Chris Fisher, 10 Sports.
I don't really know what to say other than like, damn, that motherfucker tall.
Yeah. It's not a really hard-hitting news story, but I thought it was interesting how giant he is, and his name was Taco.
Taco.
Yeah.
If he ever becomes a professional wrestler, they can call him Giant Taco.
Giant Taco. Man.
He can come out in like a sombrero or something. It'd be awesome. And he could throw tacos at his opponent for his finishing move.
If he makes it to the NBA someday, I could see him in like Taco Bell commercials.
Oh yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "For me, it's me, Bell," and he'd smile, and America would be like, "Yeah, let's get some fucking Taco Bell."
Yeah, me, Bell. That's fucking ridiculous.
I know, right? But it'll happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna be beautiful.
So did you see?
God bless America. I take back what I said.
Did you see the video where Obama got heckled? I don't know if he was being heckled or if some guy was just excited to see him. It sounded like heckling. Or Obama. Sorry, I said Obama.
It's
I forgot.
Obama.
Yeah.
His name is pronounced Obama.
Obama. All right, so here's Obama I think he's trying to mask his rage.
Obama, you can tell that Obama inside is a demon and just like seethes with hatred.
Patience for cynicism right now.
That's why his exterior is so calm.
I think it's too easy.
He's like a Vulcan.
I think it's an excuse. The future is there for us to seize, but we've got to seize it. And if we do, then I guarantee you. I agree with you. Although, why don't I talk about it later? Because I'm just about to finish. You and me, we'll talk about it. All right, I'm going to be coming around. There you go. I agree with you.
Obama's like laser eyes.
I want to hear from.
I agree with you.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I agree with what you're saying.
And then he's
just
like,
get the fuck out.
He's like, take that dude out.
Get him out of here. I agree. Get them the fuck out of here now. Now.
I love you back.
Little known fact, you guys. I actually stumbled upon this information on the internet. This might come as a shock to a lot of us. It came as a shock to me as an atheist, personally. Obama is actually the Antichrist.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And
did you read that on Conservapedia?
I read it from several sources, Ben.
Oh.
Several very credible sources. So you need to just...
The Drudge Report?
Pay heed to what's going... Well, the commenters from the Drudge Report on another news site. But, it's very definitive. All you have to do, look at Obama right now, everybody, and just imagine devil horns and see how well that fits.
Did you? There was some There was some sort of Bible.
Send shivers down my spine.
There was some sort of Bible show on the History Channel where the devil looked a lot like Obama. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, it was called The Bible. Very creatively titled.
Yes.
And yeah, the devil did look like Obama.
Yeah, or at least the actor that played the devil.
Yeah. It was a more androgynous Obama, though.
Yeah.
It was androgyn Obama. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. I don't know. It was intentional. They say it was. Like, it was just a coincidence. Like, no. It was not. You don't see a lot of actors that look like that.
Yeah, you kind of screwed up my ending, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
And we've got free speech in this country, which is great too.
Till next month.
Yeah, that's a work in progress.
We're phasing that out, but for now, a little bit.
So,
now our outrage.
Oh man, might have to back that one up a little bit.
E cup.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She's making her O face right now.
Ow.
Ow.
It's a sarcastic O. It's like, ow. You're so good.
So you want to just play this one?
Sure.
All right.
Do it to it.
TJ's always like, no more SE Cup, but I always end up putting SE Cup in there somewhere. You know? She's always hanging around.
Yeah.
We tell her to get out of here, but she just keeps coming back.
She's like a ghost. Be gone, Essie. Woo! I'm here to say something stupid. It's like, no, Essie Cup. No. Call the Ghostbusters. Too expensive. Fuck. All right.
All right.
I'm ready.
Our outrages of the day. Mitt Romney, I thought we were friends. This morning, the former presidential candidate broke with fellow conservatives and basic economics to suggest that raising the minimum wage would be good for the country. Why? Because we need better outreach to minority voters, he says. I'll remind our viewers that this comes after Romney opposed raising the minimum wage in 2012, which came after he supported raising the minimum wage.
Why doesn't she just come out and say what she means? Because it's just like, it's so couched in bullshit. It's basically like what she's really trying to say is like, I mean, like she's referencing, like, oh, he's saying we have to outreach to minority voters. What she's really saying is like, look at Romney bowing down to the fucking immigrants like a bitch.
Romney, he likes the immigrants, and that's not good because they're like immigrants.
You ever been like in front of a Home Depot and you see him like out there like trying to work and stuff? Like, ew. He wants to like make them have like money like people. It's gross. Mitt, you need to stop it, Mitt. You need to stop it. You're being
Now, I don't understand
naughty, Mitt.
Republicans like Romney and Tim Pawlenty and Rick Santorum, guys I know and respect, choosing to abandon principles and ignore simple math in order to seem warm and fuzzy. They know raising the minimum wage will not create jobs. They know it will slow hiring. So what's with the pander, guys?
I just want to point out that her name is S.E. Cup, and that's such a ridiculous name. But isn't Mitt Romney also a pretty ridiculous sounding name too?
Yes, and in fact, Galen has... I mean, I don't know if it's still the case, but Galen for the longest time had an endless amount of trouble saying Mitt Romney.
Really?
Yes, he would constantly refer to him as Milt Romney.
Milt.
Because I guess that Milt in his mind was actually a name and Mitt just simply was not.
No, a mitt is something you wear when you play baseball.
Right. And kind of like my dad would always refer to Lindsay Lohan as Lindsay Logan because Lohan just didn't make sense to him, so he just assumed that it was Logan, and it was very strange.
I always stop S.E. Cup at the best moments. Like, look at her face right now.
I think her face is just always doing shit like that. Excuse me.
Well, believe it or not, SE, I am outraged about the very same thing that you are, but I'm actually outraged at you. What? And all the other Republicans who are mad at Mitt Romney and Tim Pawlenty and Rick Santorum because they're right. And more than half of the Republicans actually agree with them. Now, the rest of you Republicans, wake up. You're saying no to giving a raise to hardworking Americans, no to extending unemployment insurance. You don't want to stretch out the runway for active job seekers? No? No wonder the GOP is...
No, man, they want to help the job creators. Come on.
But I hate how simplistic the fucking arguments he makes are. I mean, like, it's just...
He's a very nice guy, and he goes up against Newt Gingrich and S.E. Cup.
I know. But I'm saying, like, I'm not even saying it's his fault. I'm saying I just hate the fact that our discourse has to be dumbed down to this level of, like, the only way you can sell it is, like, you guys are against giving America a raise? Like, you know, a raise for America is not necessarily inherently a good thing. Like, you still have to justify the reasons why that should happen. And there actually is a lot of good reasons why the minimum wage should be raised, in my opinion. And I've explained them on this show before. I won't get into it again because we've covered it pretty extensively in the past for those who are longtime listeners. And for everyone else, I guess you could just go back. But yeah, I mean, it just pisses me off that he has to come out here and fucking lay out this fucking simplistic fucking derivative argument. It's just like, here you go. Here's like some fucking talking point bullshit that doesn't even have any bearing. Doesn't really advance any sort of real argument at all. It's just, here's a talking point. Here's like some pithy little thing you can say and snap your fingers and go, mm-hmm. It doesn't, I mean, like, what the fuck?
About as popular as hair lice, okay? Republicans with a national perspective and national ambitions understand this. Romney says, and I love this, I think we ought to raise it because, frankly, our party is all about more jobs and better pay.
Yeah, but Mitt Romney didn't say that when he was running for president.
He wouldn't be saying it if he was fucking president.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
he was talking about, more than half the country are takers.
Yeah, 47%.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it wasn't more than half, but it was close to half.
Yes.
47% of people are just fucking leeches sucking on the government tit. Just fucking useless parasites that we'd be better off without. Those were not his exact words, but I mean, It was that sort of mentality behind it, just like, fuck them. You know, they're not paying their way in our eyes because they're not fucking, you know, upper middle class to whatever.
See, that sounds pretty good to me. Republicans, give America a raise, and it might raise your poll numbers. Now, what do you think about that? Are you with your leader, Mitt Romney, on this one?
I'm not with Mitt on this one. I have to tell you, I love Mitt.
How is Mitt Romney still the leader, honestly? He lost. It's time to move on to someone new.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they may. I would imagine the leader would be like whoever the most powerful Republican who's actually in government currently is.
You know, it's funny. At one time, I think it was kind of tongue in cheek when they were saying it, but they were kind of joking around saying for a while there that Rush Limbaugh was actually like the titular head of the Republican Party.
You know, he kind of is though, because he really commands that certain demographic of people that the Republican Party seems to want to endlessly capitulate to, the people that they call their base, like their really strong social conservative style base, like the Tea Party or fucks. And those people are tremendously influenced by what Rush Limbaugh says, even if they don't listen to him directly, because all the other ones parrot him.
Yeah, there's one that's a lot more extreme, and that's Michael Savage. I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here, but have you ever heard of that guy?
Yeah, I mean, Michael Savage, he actually worked for MSNBC at one point.
Yeah.
Enough.
He told someone to get AIDS and die, and then he got fired.
That was actually when MSNBC was trying to be a conservative news station like Fox, but then they realized, hey, maybe the money isn't going the opposite direction, and then they did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's that dude was fucking crazy. And actually, he wrote this. Michael Savage wrote this book about him. Like it was a thinly veiled version of himself in the book, and in the book, like his main character struggles with like feelings of homosexuality. And it's funny because like he's this like strongly anti-gay bigot.
Yeah. He used to be. He has like a PhD in like some sort of physical nutrition science. I don't know. I guess he used to write books about that, and his real name is Michael Weiner, which is kind of funny.
Weiner.
Yeah, but back to Crossfire.
You'll get caught up in the
Romney,
crossfire.
but not on this, because what we need is an environment
It's
to
red.
create jobs.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
The screen turned to blood because it's like
regulations
I don't know,
are
it's
just
an
killing
omen.
us. I come from coal country.
It's an
you
omen
know
that-
what's
that
happening
we
to our
don't need to
economy. We
watch
are getting
this
killed
shit.
by the war on coal. Lost 188 jobs
Yeah.
just last week that paid
Fuck it.
$75,000 a year, not $10,000, $75,000 a year. Those jobs are gone because of regulations.
Because of
The
frack.
clip
has
must
nothing to
not
do
have downloaded correctly.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And
don't.
the screen went red
Yes.
with blood. It was the blood of the non-believer. I don't know what happened just now.
Again, if I might,
Okay.
Javier,
More
I'm a little
crossfire.
confused. When the committee was formed in the Reagan years to investigate Iran-Contra by the Democrats, Dick Cheney was actually the ranking Republican, and the Republicans also.
The shit that is on Newt Gingrich's head is just ridiculous.
Yeah, look at that. How it's so carefully molded.
Yeah, just you look like a fucking Lego, dude. Just
Knock
it
the
off.
Snap-on Lego hair.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. If you lift that up, there's literally one of the little Lego pegs underneath.
He's probably got Snap-on pubes too. Like he just like snaps them on. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
When the committees were formed during Watergate by the Democrats, Republicans served on the committees. I mean, historically, when the Congress engages in an investigation,
Historically,
minority
the
party,
Congress
whichever one
hasn't
it
engaged in investigations just to make political hay. I mean, this has already been fucking investigated. This is like they've already fucking done investigations into this fucking matter. They've literally tried to make it an issue several fucking times now, never successfully, because there's nothing fucking there. And it's just like a pageant. They're just like, we're going to put on a show for America. And people are just going to like invest in this and believe in it. And they fucking, and then that's when they go to Rush Limbaugh, like, sell the American people this bullshit, Rush. We don't care what else you have to tell them. Tell them you're even kind of against us. Because Rush will do that, like, you know, I'm dissatisfied with both parties. It's like, okay, but you clearly are in favor of fucking one over the other.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even I'll fess up to that. Like, I'll fucking go, I fucking sit here and I know they're both evil and full of shit, but I'll fucking usually defer to the Democrats just because, yeah, they're slightly less evil. But I don't even vote, so it doesn't really matter what I defer to anyway. But, yeah, I mean, these fucks on there, like, they just, let's just broadcast the message. Broadcast the message down to all the little stooges and underlings. And it pisses me off, like, Howard Blum will actually bring that up sometimes and say, like, the Republicans, they do that so much better. They have their talking points so organized compared to us. I'm like, well, the fact that they have to organize a talking point just shows, like, how empty and hollow everything they say is. Because it's just like, you're just soldiers taking fucking marching orders.
So Howard is like an establishment Democrat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's actually part of it. He probably wouldn't agree to the whole false dichotomy.
No, he wouldn't
statement.
at all. He wouldn't at all.
That would be interesting to have him and Galen talk about that, because that's something I hear Galen say a lot.
We should get him on sometime. That'll be an issue of debate.
That could be the whole debate just on that one topic.
Probably.
Yes. If you guys think that's a good idea, let us know.
For sure.
Hit the like button if you think it's a good idea.
Ben Ghazi.
Yeah.
Actually,
remember, that's my name.
For those of you who weren't watching last week, Ben actually took the official last name Ghazi. So he is now, you want to say it, Ben?
Ben Ghazi.
Yeah, you're Ben Ghazi. So, yeah, that's something that happened.
Happens
There's
to be
always
at that time,
things happening on
almost
this fucking
has
show.
a absolute moral obligation to participate. Now, how will you go home and justify not participating once the House has actually voted, and the House as a body, in a bipartisan vote, as Aaron Chuck pointed out, has voted to create this committee?
And Newt, I think you're absolutely right. We have a moral obligation to do this in the right way, and so therefore we're asking Republicans to make sure this is a fair and balanced and nonpartisan
Why would you use the word
so
fair
far
and
looks like
balanced?
it's
It just evokes Fox News.
Yes, that was their slogan. Is it still their slogan?
I think so.
Wow. How can they say that with a straight face? Like, we were just talking about how they have more balance on CNN. You know,
If
they
you want to
have,
call it that.
Well, they have the former Republican Speaker of the House who tried to impeach Bill Clinton. You know, I would say that's...
Yeah, but I mean, he's not really saying anything though. Like he's just there to like deliver a few talking points and just fucking go about his day.
Well, yeah, he knows that he'll never be president at this point. So he's just kind of making money being a talking head on the news.
Yeah, no one our president can be evil, but he can't look evil. I mean, come on. We got to draw the line somewhere. The president has to at least look like he would be a marginally nice guy. And Newt Gingrich, you just look at him and you're like, man, that dude is like the biggest fucking douchebag you will ever meet in all of existence. Like, if you were a waiter and you saw that you had to wait on that dude, you would immediately just be like, fuck. I mean, it doesn't even know if you don't know who he is. Just like the look of him.
Here's your fucking pancakes.
Exactly.
Going to be any of those things. It's unlimited in the amount of money that can be spent. It's indeterminate how long it will last. The scope of it is undetermined.
I don't even know who this guy is, honestly.
Some dude.
And it's unclear what kind of
It's
authority
some dude.
will be provided to the
He's
other
a
side, the Democrats, so that we
chairman.
can make sure it's done bipartisanly.
So
it's
as a
clear that
senior
this is being done-
Democrat, are you going to advise Speaker Pelosi to find a way to join or to find a way to not join this investigative committee?
I would like to make sure that if the Speaker Boehner, believes that we have to have an 8th investigation, that he's going to make sure it's impartial and it's done in a balanced way. So far, that hasn't been the case, and we see that it's being done for campaign purposes.
You and I both.
Investigation.
I used to.
8th investigation.
Really?
I mean, well, he just said that. I'm assuming that's what it is. I mean,
And he wasn't exaggerating.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he was, because I mean, I literally remember at least fucking 3 of these damn things. It's like, we need to investigate. We're investigating. We need to investigate again.
Let's have a committee to investigate an investigation where we investigate something.
Let's have a committee to investigate the investigations of the prior committee.
Yeah.
To make sure that their investigation of the committee before them was legit. What?
Yeah.
Stop. It doesn't need that much investigation. It really doesn't. Like, it was a bad thing that happened, but it was not fucking, like, you know, Bay of Pigs fucking 2 or some shit. Let's just fucking leave it alone.
They should start a focus group to form a committee to investigate these investigations.
Serve in the House, as you'll remember. We've both been down this road. In the end, yes or no? Do you have an obligation
Yes or
morally
no?
to participate in a committee once it's been created?
We have to fulfill our oversight obligations if it's real. I'm not sure this is real. So far, it looks like it's a campaign stunt to raise money for the Republican National Campaign Committee. If Aaron today will say on national TV, he will call his committee, his Republican National Committee, to stop raising money off of this Benghazi investigation, then maybe we could have some sense of bipartisanship. But right now, they're already raising money off of a committee that hasn't even had its first hearing.
Okay, let's give Aaron a chance.
Look,
and then we're going
to
go.
suggest that Javier Becerra or Aaron Schott controls the fundraising apparatus of either our parties is a bit naive.
Shame on you, Aaron.
And
You know
sir,
you can do
sir,
something.
both parties raise money off of real substantive issues that we debate, whether it be investigating Benghazi, whether it be the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, depending on how you want to raise money on it.
Hold on. Why did he call it? Why did you say the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare? Like they're two different things?
I don't know. I think he's just saying you could call them either or.
Oh,
I don't know.
see.
I don't know why he didn't just say one or the other. I mean,
It's
you know.
called the Affordable Care Act. It's funny that
everyone fucking calls it Obamacare.
Yeah, that's funny because like more people call it Obamacare. I wish they would have done that for the Patriot Act, like called it, you know, like the bullshit Take Away Your Freedoms Act, instead of calling it the fake bullshit name that the government made for it.
Bush rams the tyranny cock up your ass bill.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. I don't know about that one. What the hell?
The Democratic Party raised
the
money
bananas,
off of
not
George
tyranny.
W. Bush and the Iraq War. They've raised money off of environmental issues, off of Keystone Pipeline. You guys have sent out all kinds of fundraising mail on environmental concerns with Keystone. So, look, both sides, political apparatuses.
I don't
do
care. You know, like, I don't give a fuck about this little, like, you did this, we did that.
Tit for tat.
It's like, who cares? I don't fucking give a shit. Are we going to talk about the actual issue in here? Like, you notice that, like, in this entire Benghazi discussion, like, no one's actually talking about the event. It's just like, you guys are doing this. Well, you guys did that. It's like, I don't fucking care. Who gives a shit about your fucking pathetic political squabbling? Like, it matters to any fucking buddy. I mean, like, oh my God. So there's like a small contingent of fucking lunatics out there who don't feel that Benghazi has been investigated enough, and there's all these legitimate politicians out there fucking stoking the flames. Like, yeah, Benghazi, that's some serious shit. There's questions that need answered still.
It's the same people that pushed, you know, Reverend Wright and pushed
The Swift Boat fucking campaign and all that bullshit.
All that kind of shit.
It's like, here, have another whiff of some fake politically made up shit.
Andrew, the whole Andrew Breitbart crowd.
Yeah, we're just going to shove this down your fucking throat until you choke.
That's funny. Didn't you have an exchange with Andrew Breitbart one time before he died?
Yeah, I think I killed him, actually. I'm pretty sure that he was out walking. I think he had a recollection of that exchange that we had, and he's like, the amazing atheist really fucking destroyed me.
There are some conspiracy theories about his
I know
death.
there are.
Yeah.
I know there are, yeah.
Pretty ridiculous.
But yeah, he's dead, and you know, I wish I could say that was something tragic, but really, no, not really. But I mean, you know, I don't take joy in it or anything.
No.
But he was kind of a mean-spirited douchebag.
Didn't he call your chair a contraption?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay.
He called it I think he called it a seat-like contraption or some such nonsense. You can watch it. It's on my channel. Just search Breitbart. It's BREIT. And then Bart. If you can't spell Bart, whatever. Fuck you.
They do to raise money, and they drive whatever issue, the hot topic issue
Aaron,
of the day.
you know what
that
Trey
should not
Gowdy has
determine
said. There would-
our
you know what
decision
Trey
on whether
Gowdy-
or
if I
not
could
we
just
do
get
the
this
real
one
work.
point in.
I'm
We
actually
know
gonna
what
take
Trey
the
Gowdy-
moderators.
Can I finish? Let me finish. Can I finish?
No
Okay,
one,
I'm
no,
finished.
no one can finish. There's no fucking ability for any of these people to finish anything.
Can I finish? Okay, I'm finished.
Not that they're even trying to say anything that matters anyway.
Privilege here and say there would be those who
Howard
would disagree
Dean.
with the idea of raising money off for dead Americans. But
Again,
Okay.
Woo.
what I think we're going to do here is we're going to take another short break.
And then we're going to come back and take calls.
Come back and take calls. So send your questions in. The break may be a little longer than normal, actually, because we're going to read as many questions. We're going to take a lot of questions today. So send them in to the Skype address on the screen. And if we like your question, we will call you. And just make sure.
Please be prepared to be called.
Be prepared. Read your question to us so that all the viewers can hear what the question is. And make sure that you have the stream volume turned down when we call you.
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we forgot to mention, but don't send friend requests. We forgot to mention this. Don't send friend requests. Just send questions. We do not accept friend requests. Thank you.
we're back.
We are back.
Yes.
Back in black.
And we're ready to take your questions. Before you have another mic stand malfunction.
Be gone, mic stand.
Yeah. Okay, so here comes the first call.
Oh, these would help.
Yeah, those help so you can hear.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Great.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, he can hear you. He's just fucking with you.
Damn it, Ben. Stop.
Okay. So I got a name for Scotty's replacement.
Oh, yeah?
You do? Go.
Yeah. It's John Scoopy.
John
John
Scoopy.
Scoopy
Hell
it
yeah.
is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's.
Awesome.
We're gonna get a black marker and write Scoopy on his chest.
It's awesome.
John Scoopy. Yeah.
Right.
What, TJ, what is the origin of the Scoopy nickname?
Actually, it started off. My wife, for some reason, she refers to a particular expression I do as Scoopy brows because my brows apparently take the form of scoops. I don't know how to do the expression. It's apparently something I can only do like unintentionally. But then I thought that Scoopy kind of sounds like Scotty, so I'll just throw it off on him.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for we asked people earlier to name him, and you're the only one I think that actually sent us a Skype question. So thanks for the question. All right. So
we told them to make suggestions on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh,
so.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So for all we know, there's a bunch over there.
Probably. You're right about that. All right, we'll call this one here.
Paul Williams.
Hello.
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 Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My first question
State
is...
your question.
He was.
Okay. Would you ever consider having
Please state
Thunderfoot-
your question.
TJ.
Would you ever consider having Thunderfoot on for an episode of the Drunken Peasants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than happily we would have him on. I don't really have direct contact with Thunderfoot, but I mean, if you want to write him and ask him if he wants to be on, there's a standing invitation. Thunderfoot can totally be on the Drunken Peasants.
Yes.
And that
Oh,
also goes for Venom Fang X. He can also, standing invitation, appear on the show.
Yeah, and I think that was the other part of your question, right?
Yeah. It was, have you actually watched the debate between Thunderfoot and Venom Fan X?
We watched probably like 25 minutes of it earlier while we were setting up.
Yeah, we were kind of listening to it in the background as we were doing other things. I listened. I mean, I thought that, Thunderfoot obviously, it's not a debate. I mean, Thunderfoot is just speaking, rational, fucking, like, common sense shit. And Thunderfoot, and Venom Fang X is like, well, the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Because the Bible says.
And they were basically arguing about the veracity of the Bible and all this other shit. And, Thunderfoot asked questions and Venom Fang X failed to answer or wanted to deflect them or change the subject or get lost in some unlimited sea of supposed nuance.
One thing I thought was interesting, though, at the beginning of that debate, if you want to call it that, Thunderfoot actually admitted that Venom Fang X is one of the reasons why he started actually making videos.
Yes.
And I remember those days. It's been, what, like 7 years?
Something like that. And that was back in the poster boy for Creationist Stupidity.
Yes.
days.
PCS.
That was his name for Venom Fang. So, I mean, it's nice to see them kind of getting along now. Obviously, Thunderfoot is kind of being, snarky and whimsical with their relationship, but, whatever.
I think Venom Fang X was talking some smack on his channel, too.
Probably
and
so.
He's been making videos lately about Jacqueline and some other people, so...
I don't know. I don't think he'll go after me again.
I don't know.
He doesn't like me compared to them because they'll kind of humor his bullshit a little bit. I'm really not going to.
Yeah, there was some epic shit between you and him back in the day, but more epic on your side.
Yeah, I loved doing those videos. But I mean, like, the problem with him was he was always the training wheels. Like, anybody could fucking beat Venom Fang. Like, he was like the Glass Joe, you know?
The best thing he ever did was the Joker video.
Or is it Joe Glass?
No, it's Glass Joe.
Okay.
Do you remember Venom Fang X's Joker video, though? That shit was insane.
Well, you know, I mean, like, I can't criticize. I'm a lunatic, too. I mean, I know what it's like to be fucking insane. So he's insane. So what? That's not his problem. The problem is that he's dumb. I mean, he says things that don't make any sense and tries to justify them rationally. I mean, if you know, in what in his mind is rational. But unfortunately, we live in a day and age and culture that will still indulge his, you know, weird fantasies.
I wonder, because Kent Hovind will get out of prison eventually, right?
Yes.
I think. I wonder if Venom Fang X will like try to become his right hand man when he gets out of prison. It seems like that's like his idol.
Yeah, well, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the last time I saw Venom Fang X, he looked sickly.
Yeah, in the video that we watched, the debate video.
he looked like a character in a movie that has AIDS.
I think it may have been a filter on his camera.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just the lighting, but you know, and just in case Venom Fang does have AIDS, I just want to say that, you know, I'm sorry. Just in case he actually does. I don't think he does. But
all right, so we're gonna bring this person on now.
He kind of looked like it. Just saying.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey.
What's your question?
My question was that... Shit, wait, let me just find it here. My question was that, why do you think that even though the formula for teaching students, even though proven to be only memorization rather than actually teach critical thinking, it's not even... They're not trying to reform it, like the curriculums just aren't being changed.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like any system that becomes so entrenched and ingrained is going to have people that, you know, within the system that benefit from it. And the problem is that, like many other aspects of our lives, corporations have reared their ugly heads in the education system, trying to make everything for profit, trying to, you know, weasel their product placement in there, and then the way that we've kind of like the politicians have structured education too. None of them want to back away from the system that they built and admit that it's not working. I mean,
Yeah.
but besides, and also, I mean, it's just like, it's just, you know, it's too nice of a talking point too. Like you can always, it's like one of those things you can just always bitch about. Like on the Republican side, it's like, well, we hate abortion, and then, you know, every time they get elected, it's like we're gonna do something about abortion, and they, even when they're totally in power, nothing gets done on abortion. And I'm glad nothing gets done on abortion, but it just shows how these fucking parties work. They fucking campaign on this issue or that issue, but then when they actually get in power, it's really just their own interest they're looking out for. They don't actually do anything to represent anyone, because if they fucking actually solve problems, they're just going to lose valuable fucking campaign issues. And they know that people will just, you know, accept that. And besides, like, look at all the fucking shit that Obamacare has to go through just because, oh, it wants to reform a shitty system. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about doing some basic insurance reforms. If we can't have universal health care, at least let's reform the insurance industry. And look at the fucking reaction. It's like, fascism, socialism, communism. So, of course, I mean, everyone talks about they want to reform the schools, but nothing's ever going to happen, because even if someone does try to do it, it's just going to be like, oh, well, this is obviously part of some horrible agenda. So nothing can ever happen.
I mean, yeah, it's a knowledge economy. Why would you not want to do this, but it's just there's so much bureaucracy that you just can't get through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your question. We're going to move on.
Damn communist.
Yeah. All right. So
What I tell you about them damn commies, Ben?
I don't know. Remind me.
I said, fuck them commies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember
Fuck
that.
them commies. Xenorina.
It's a weird name.
Xenorina, Xena. Xenorina, Xenorina. Come on now.
Yeah. I choose the ones that actually took time to type out a question, but they don't take the time to be ready for the call, apparently. All right. Stop.
No. You stop.
When it's penetrating my eardrums, I need it to stop.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, no one can hear you.
Okay. So my first question is, I know you two are big South Park fans, so what is your favorite South Park episode?
My favorite is the shit episode, where they have the shit counter and they say shit multiple times. That's my favorite one.
My favorite is the one where Cartman wants to go to Casa Bonita for Kyle's birthday, but the only way he can do it is if he makes Butters disappear for like a couple of weeks, and he convinces Butters that the apocalypse has happened, and then, he finally gets to Casa Bonita at the end. And I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but that's my favorite episode.
I also like the one... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Man.
No, you go. I'm totally sorry.
No. I was just gonna say the other one I like a lot is where Cartman tricks the kid into like eating his parents that are in the chili.
Great,
Yeah.
So what's your favorite?
Scott Tenorman. Yeah.
My favorite has to be the KFC one, where KFC becomes illegal. They have like that whole prohibition.
That is also
KFC.
good.
It's just so much fun to see Randy bounce on his testicles. That's just the greatest fucking thing in the world.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's my favorite character in the show now. At this point, in the current way that the stories are being written, he's probably the best character by far.
Yeah, I also like the one where he was doing the what was it, tween core?
Yeah, where he's farting into the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the one where they're playing baseball and they want to lose, and then he's always getting into a fight in the stand, like this is America.
Bat Dad.
Yeah, I'm the Bat Dad.
That was awesome.
Cream free.
So yeah, we like South Park and shit.
My second question is, have you guys thought about doing any other type of podcasts, like specific podcasts like gaming or science or entertainment or anything like that?
No.
No, that's a lie. No, he's lying.
No. No, I don't know. I mean, we've wanted to do some gaming stuff, I think. We're kind of like trying to get that all organized. But yeah, that is something we're definitely looking into doing. I don't know if it necessarily be like a podcast about gaming, but we are looking on doing some gaming shit.
Yeah, some videos just of us playing games.
And we were maybe going to stream some stuff too.
Okay, that's gonna be my next question. If you were to live stream it or anything.
Yeah, we would probably live stream some gaming shit. I hope we can get that started soon, because it'll probably be a lot of fun. But we gotta like few hurdles to jump over first.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for your questions. Let's see here.
First, we have to shoot Ben in the head. Ben is dead.
Here's your favorite. Captain Giggles.
She's up at 1,000,000 o'clock.
Yes.
But she's not answering.
She'll answer.
Answer! Answer, please! We need you.
No, not if she doesn't answer.
She's not answering, Ben.
She must have fallen asleep.
She hates us now. She's probably just taking a shit. It's cool.
All right. Let's see.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, she's calling us now.
Yeah, well.
Too late.
Yeah, we'll have to.
We'll maybe call her back in a minute. Oh, come on, Lisa. Lisa.
Hello?
Hello.
Turn down the stream.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not okay.
Hello.
Ben is weak. Hello.
This is awesome.
No, it's
I
not.
was-
It's horrible.
No, this is awesome.
Oh, all right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
It's okay.
My
I'm
mistake.
I was wondering, so I'm moving to this small town because my mom's getting remarried over the summer.
Uh-huh.
And she knows I'm an atheist, but nobody in the town does. And I think she like told her fiance, but I just don't know how I should handle that and if you guys had any advice for me.
They're gonna come after you with like torches and pitchforks and, you know, like you're like Frankenstein or something. No, it's probably not that big of a deal, actually.
I don't know. Like, in my experience, like, I just know that my wife's family is pretty Christian and shit, but they just kind of really don't talk about it. I mean, I guess they kind of know, but it's not really discussed or anything. I would imagine that it'd probably be the same kind of situation.
Well, like, my mom wants to make me go to a teen thing in the morning, and it's like every day in the summer. And I'm 18 and I'm like, hell no.
Is it like Jesus camp type
Yeah,
stuff?
pretty much. Yeah, except it's at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning every day.
No. You need to be like, you just need to be like, fuck. Listen. Not just no, but fuck no. It's not happening.
Yeah.
There's no fucking alternate reality even in which that fucking happens. Just make that clear, and I think you'll be fine if you just like stand up for yourself a few times. People will kind of get like the hint of what you're willing to do and what you're not going to do.
So is this like, do you live in like a larger town and you're moving to a much smaller one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God, I've never lived in a rural area before.
Well, we don't even have a population.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's unincorporated. So, and I mean, I when I was a sophomore in high school, I played flute for them, like, and we went from church to church or whatever in like these small towns, and it was, I don't know, like, that's kind of when I realized, oh, this is actually bullshit. Like,
Yes, the small towns suck. Probably life is going to be like way worse now that you're living in a small town.
No, it gets better.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse.
And
It's
then-
going to suck. You're going to be surrounded by fucking imbeciles. Enjoy.
Then, like, when I go to college, there's, like, I'm, like, getting away from there, obviously, but, like, there's my mom's, or my stepdad's, like, brother's wife wants to be my, like, prayer buddy in college. And I don't know how to say
Yeah.
no, because I don't
Here's
know.
here's how you say no. No. That's how it's done. Let me just do that again so you get the gist. No. Why not? I don't want to. Why not? I have personal reasons.
Well, like, they're my ride home, though. Like, if I want to go home for a weekend, like...
Look, I mean, well, they're not very good fucking Christians if they're going to deny you a ride on the basis of your fucking non-belief. So, I mean, you'll find another ride. I mean, you'll figure it out. You'll navigate the waters of these social situations on your own, and I don't really know what kind of people you're going to be dealing with, but I imagine that you'll kind of figure out the ropes as you go along.
Yeah, thanks for calling, and yeah.
Rock on.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night. All right, so
This is Dr. fucking Phil.
Yeah, I think you are. Like
I'm
Dr.
Dr. Phil.
Yes.
I don't want to be Dr. Phil, but I am. It's okay.
We'll give
I
Aisha
can deal with it.
Another try here.
Give her another shot.
All right.
In the gut. Kill Aisha. We're gonna kill you. We've decided to murder you. How do you feel?
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Rock on. I like the acceptance there. So what's on your mind tonight? Aisha? How is that?
Sure.
Aisha?
Aisha.
Aisha? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rock on.
I was just gonna ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you suck at video games, TJ?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do I suck? Like 1 being The
One
suckiest
being
or
you
one?
suck loads, and 10 being you don't suck.
Okay, so 10 is like I'm good, and 1 is like I suck fucking horrendous amounts of donkey dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
You do that anyway.
Yeah, but it depends on the kind of game. But I'd say if you average it all out, probably like 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Your gaming channel is going to be great fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, right?
TJ, there's this trivia game that we play though that TJ is good at.
Yeah, I'm always winning that.
Yeah.
If we ever try to play it publicly, I'll probably lose just because, you know.
It's funny when we play the newer Super Mario Brothers game where you can play, up to 4 players on the screen at once.
Yeah.
It's really easy to kill your teammates, and Scotty
It
is
makes
always
everyone friends.
yeah. It could cause like friendships to end, I would say, and Scotty's always blaming TJ.
Yes.
I was
It's pretty
gonna
fun,
also-
though.
I was going to ask, what are your favorite sorts of games to play then?
Well, we kind of covered over this not yesterday, but on our last show. But
Did you?
yep, we sure did. This is just rehashed bullshit.
That's all right though, because there's so many games.
Ben is really into fucking Star Trek online.
Yeah, I do play some MMO games, but I like fighting games a lot too.
Yeah, he's really good at like a lot of the boxing games and shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking the Wii one and shit.
Oh yeah, like the like Wii game that came with the Wii when it was first sold, that boxing game. I got crazy good at that game. It's funny because I'd be sweating my ass off playing that game.
Yeah, like he has like the score like way off the charts and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for the question. Always nice to have you on. We're going to move on to someone else. Let's see.
This is an Eskimo?
Who?
This person?
No.
This is an Eskimo. All right. We're talking to an Eskimo, everybody.
Taco.
Taco to the Eskimo. TJ fucks fruits.
Yeah, that's someone else.
I dig it. I diggy.
I knew you would.
Digga.
But isn't it the other way around?
Hello. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Hey.
Hi.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
That was last week.
That's okay. Thank you.
I was
Ben is fucking older now. It's not anything special now. Ben is already aged.
Yeah,
I'm a middle-aged man.
He's done his aging for the fucking year, so
Yeah.
don't remind him.
Okay. So my question is about evolution.
Uh-huh.
About what will be the future of the human race. If we have any. Like,
right.
What do you think we should expect in a few thousand years?
You know, it's kind of hard. Like, I hate making predictions because you never really know what sort of like black swan type. Yeah. But I mean, the way I kind of see it going, if given current trends, if there's nothing that really disturbs it too much, I mean, I believe there's going to be a lot more ecological problems heading into the future. But if that really doesn't affect the rate that technology continues to, reinvent itself, then I would say that at some point we'll have sophisticated enough technology to augment the human body, and then I think from that point evolution will be more a matter of how human beings start to customize themselves rather than relying on the old survival of the fittest random genetic mutations compiling over time, whether or not they're beneficial to survival or not. I think that'll kind of go away, and it'll be more about how people customize their own bodies. And I think that that's probably when you'll start seeing some serious like divergences in what constitutes humans.
Wow.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, that's what I basically see happening into like the future. I mean, like that's one possibility of many. I mean, it could be that the ecological disasters that I think are going to happen are going to be so crippling that we're going to basically regress back to a more like simpler technological state where modern technology exists but no one can really afford it. Kind of like almost regressing our economy back, like we'll regress to like kind of more like third world sort of economies, and the third world economies will kind of just crumble into nothing. So I don't know. I guess I don't really have a rosy outlook in a lot of ways, but you know, like I said, I mean, no one really knows what the future is going to hold. I mean, you know, we can always sit here and predict 1,001 possible futures, but really, you know, when people tell you about their predictions of the future, it really just shows you how they see the present.
Yeah, I'm way a pessimist. I don't give humanity more than 200 years.
200 years? I don't know about that. That's pretty quick, but
I'm expecting like a massive nuclear war.
I think I don't know how close we are to. I remember when I was younger, and now I'm going to date myself. Back in the 80s during the Cold War, it seemed more of an imminent threat back then than it does now. But who do you think would nuke one another?
I don't. That's a hard question as well.
I don't know. Pakistan and India are pretty good contenders.
Yeah, I guess someone will like commit a mistake and push a button. Not really a mistake, but like a big dispute gonna happen, and someone's gonna try to kill someone, and someone's going to intervene, and a war is gonna rise and shit.
Yeah, well, if it was Pakistan and India, I mean, obviously it would be insane because so many people would get killed because so many people live in those countries. But they're right next to each other, so that wouldn't cause like human extinction if it were
right. But I mean, I don't know. Who knows what chain reaction that might set up?
Sure.
I mean, we don't really know what happens from there. And I mean, like once, I mean, maybe. You know, maybe it'll be the case that it happens again, and that once people see what it really entails with, you know, 24-hour media coverage and all that, it might scare people away from it finally for good and just realize, like, we don't need to have these weapons on the planet. But I don't know. Nice. I don't know that I trust humanity to be that wise. I think we're probably just going to end up destroying ourselves. I don't know if it'll be with the nukes, though. I mean, it could be a number of other things.
Yeah, you know, the climate change is already happening, so who knows?
No, you need to watch more SE Cup and be informed.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, you know. Media thing.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little. We're going to let you go and take another call now.
All right. Let's find the next one here. You want to talk to this person?
Sure.
Okay.
Give them their chance. TJ fucks fruit.
Which is funny because it's usually the fruit that fucks you.
Right. It's the other way around.
Hi.
Hey.
So, I'm not going to say how you doing. I'm just going to get to my question.
All right, go ahead.
My question, and it sort of leads up to this. One day I was in math class, and my teacher had 3 lollipops up, and we were talking about probability. And he said, well, 2 of them are purple, 1 of them are green. And so what's the chance of getting a green one? And I raised my hand and I said, well, what if, like, out of the box thinking that just by chance something that hasn't ever happened yet makes it so that one of the lollipops turns into a green one? Like, wouldn't that chance be altered? And he stops for a second and he says, well, the chance of it happening is very small, so they basically would just make it 0. So I think about it and I'm like, alright, thanks for answering that. And I think about it later and I'm like, if something is 1 out of infinity, it's basically 0. And how many religions are there? And it's about maybe, how many would you say?
I don't know. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Like
and then quite a few sects of each one too.
And then I thought, well, maybe the correct religion, if there is, just hasn't even been founded yet. Like Muhammad founded Islam, Jesus founded Christianity. What if it just hasn't been founded yet? What if it will never be founded? It's just the way you're supposed to think. That's like 1 out of basically infinity. So when the chance of going to heaven, if there is one, is basically 0.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
okay. We're gonna go ahead and let you go because your sound is coming in a little weird. But I'm gonna answer.
Yeah. Question. Feel free to answer the question.
So basically, I mean, he's saying that basically roundabout there's so many religions that, you know, just based on, like, if you just average it out, like, what are the chances that you have the right one from that perspective? But, I mean, it's really not even like the popsicle thing, because you know one of the popsicles is green. No one knows that any of these religions are right. I mean, people might have the sense of knowing. They might have the feeling of knowing, but no one actually knows in any sort of real, demonstrable way that any of these religions are correct. I don't believe that any of them are correct. I don't think that any of them jive with what we've learned about the world. I mean, I know that we haven't discovered all the mysteries of the universe, and there's still a lot we don't know. There's still a lot of instances where we're using, you know, placeholders like dark matter and dark energy to explain things. But based on what we already do know about the universe and the way that it works, based on what we already know about life and how the complexity of life evolved, none of the contemporary religions make any sense in the light of what we've actually discovered. Now, some religions can make sense in the light of that if they adapt, if they change their stories to fit with the new narrative. But most of them don't even want to do that. Most of them just want to deny scientific truth when it doesn't correspond with their religious beliefs, because they're willing to put their beliefs above reality. So I mean, I don't even think it comes down to picking what's the odds that one of these religions is right. I think the odds are pretty much zero. Just like the odds of, I mean, I think that you have a better chance of pulling out 2 green lollipops if you only